to go down. Now coming up halfway, prayer push away, palms down. You come from behind and up, and creating this, pretend like there's a stick, like a broomstick across your back, and keep your hands in a perfectly straight line, right and left. So as you turn, breathing in, keep the hands as far away from each other as possible, meaning staying on that stick. Breathe out, going to the center. Breathe in. Breathing out. Feeling that tension as you breathe in. And breathing out, it all relaxes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathing out. Each time, see if you can twist behind you a little further. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time each side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. As we come up, breathing in, putting the back of your hands together, breathing out as we go down. As far as you can. You can bend your knees if you have to, go all the way down to the floor, even bending your knees. Breathing in as you come up, standing up more straight. Breathing out, bringing it down along the sides. Now breathing in, grabbing energy, feeling that it come right up your spine. Back of your hands pushing. Again, the shoulder blades change differently than before. All the way to the floor. If you keep your knees straight, fine. If not, that's okay. But go all the way to the floor before you bring it back up. And this right and left pressure equal. Putting the hands right down the center, all the way to touching the floor. Grabbing with the hands, pulling up, right up, close to the body. So as we bring our hands down, we're opening a tube that's going right down the center of your spine. By having the pressure on the back of your hands, we feel this tube opening, opening, opening all the way down. And then we grab with our hands up, pulling energy up through the opening that was developed. And one last time. Oh, just a little bit of side note. This is true Qigong warm-up, whereas the other one that we do sometimes is simply exercise. It's not Qigong, could be for anything, but this is actually doing some true treatment of opening, balancing, how we balance. As we bring our fists together, little bit of right brain on left side of the body exercise. If we can touch our knee to the opposite elbow. If you can't balance that way, then on the other side, just bend down and touch your opposite knee, whatever your balance allows you to do, but you're trying to work on left side of the brain, right side of the body, coordinating them to work together in a balanced method. Ultimately, try to get so that you can balance on one leg, but adapt to your own balance. One more time each side. Relax. Bring one time of energy coming up the back, breathing in and breathing out as it comes down the front side. We'll work on this more strenuously in a moment, but this is just to balance everything out for the time being. One last time. And then relax. Now, as we bring our hands onto the lower dantian, try to stimulate it. It's already stimulated, but see if you can feel how the sensitivity, how tight it is, how limber it is, supple of this whole. It's like a energy ball that's right in the center, right in your core, called the lower dantian, and it's the balance of the mass of the body, and it's really the balance of the whole body. And we're stimulating it so that we can manipulate it to be at its highest efficiency. As we breathe in, we're going to breathe our hands together. Breathing out, push to the sides. Look to one side. Look to the other. Breathing in, feeling a collapse of energy around you. Breathing out, push and look to the opposite side. And then the other. Breathing in, collapsing. Breathing out, look to the first side initially, and then the other side, and then bring in. As you collapse the energy, see if you can feel it in your hands, and as you push away, see if you can feel something touching your hands. Breathing in a slight sink. Breathing out, slight back to a full standing. Always keeping your knees slightly bent. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now as we bring our hands to the center, feeling this ball in our hand, we're going to rotate it so that one hand is on top, and we're going to keep that on top for a few times. So we're breathing out, push one hand down, look up, breathe in, collapse the ball. If you're not seeing my feet, they're separated. Feet are shoulder width apart. Push down, look down, then look up. Same hand stays on top. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in. Now we're going to rotate the ball. I'll come up closer, you can see it. Keeping this new hand on top. As we breathe out, look down, look up. Breathing in, keep the same hand on top. Breathing out. Breathing in. One more time, look down, then look up. And as we come back to the center, bring our fingers back, pointing up again. And we're going to switch and go to your right side, make a mirror for me, and always go to the side for a while. As we breathe out, look behind you, look in front of you, then come back front and center as we breathe in. Breathing out, go back to the same side and look behind, look in front, breathing in. And one more time to the same side, pushing out. The hands are on this pole again in a straight line. And then we come back front and center. Now the new side. We twist and push, look behind, look in front, breathing in, bringing the body, twisting, and turn again. Breathe in, come to front. See if we can keep everything in a even keel, each hand pushing equally spaced away from each other. On a very, as we bring them together, the hands are coming evenly together. And we're up in front. Now we're back to our microcosmic orbit with feet shoulder widths apart. As I breathe in, I'm bringing energy up, just skimming my back spine. Even with my hand, it's a swatch. Looking up, I see my hands come across, and breathing out, come down in front. As I get to my waist, the energy comes up between my legs and come up my spine again. Breathing in as we come up, and breathing out as we go down. Energy comes swing around. It's a small cycle, the microcosmic up around the core of the body, staying along my head as it comes up and over and coming down the front. Now we'll go in reverse. So as I breathe in, it's coming up the front. It's even with my hands, and then it pops up over the top of my head and comes down my back. As I breathe out, it's going down my back, comes up between my legs as I grab it again, bringing it right up close. Feel it as it hits my eyebrows and up over the top of my head and down my backside. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then relax. Now the belt meridian, which is next, I want to see it's like a sash that's around about this wide around the core. And I'm going to be throwing energy and feeling the energy in this sash, in this belt that's around me. And it's a thickness. I'm not going to say how thick it is because that thickness really is personal. Some people can make it wide, And some, it's just a little tiny sash around them. It's whatever you can build up. But how do I get my energy in there? It's coming from my palms, and it's like coming and shooting into the center of me and hitting that belt. So I always want to have my hands as possible opposite each other, very equal space. And then monitoring my, that? No, that somebody else could come in. Monitoring the energy in the breathing. So I'm going to breathe in as I come around, go to one direction. Always keeping my palms to my hands, to my waist. Breathe out, come all the way back. Breathe in, keeping my hands equal distance away from the body. And breathe out. And I want to mentally think of that sash that's in around my waist. Breathing in, how thick is the sash? How heavy is it? How much distance from the body? We'll do a couple extra. Breathing in, filling up the sash, and breathing out. Now that this sash is full, as I breathe in, I'm starting it to spin. The sash itself, if it wasn't spinning before, it's now spinning with me as well. So it's like a hula hoop going around my circle, my center. Breathing out one more time. Breathing in. Now this time as I get to the extreme, I want to stop. And now breathe out. And now breathe in with the new direction. Breathing out, back to the other one. So again, hands opposite. Breathing in, always facing the center. Breathe out, feeling that it's really filling. And now it's like a kid's water tire, you know, an air tire around you that they go into the swimming pool with. It's really breathing out. It's full. And that's a really important protective shield that I'm building up. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in, and I'm picturing it there, and now it's starting to spin. If it breathe out, if it wasn't spinning before, if I was just filling up the tire, breathing in, now it's spinning around me. And why is the spinning, breathing out, why is the spinning important? It's because negative things are projecting towards us all the time. And in physics, it actually does work that a spinning object, if it hits the spinning object, it will catapult away. It's like an orbit. You know, it'll pop whatever's trying to strike you out of the orbit, and it won't penetrate. But if it wasn't spinning, it has an easier time to penetrate. Breathing out one more time each way. Breathing in. And as we breathe out, we come to front and center and relax. Now again, with feet shoulder width apart, we're going to do squats. And this versus the first microcosmic orbit stayed close to the body. between the legs, up the back, up and over the head, and it stayed along the head. Now with the macrocosmic orbit that we're doing, the energy is coming out of the earth and out of the heavens. And it's a big, also coming in a loop, but from distances, from way up into heaven and down into earth. We're going to start, as I breathe in, it's coming down the front side. And a little bit further away, as before it was close to the spine, now it's just kind of touching the surface of the body. And if you cannot do a full squat, just go this far. If you can do the full squat, follow me. Breathing in all the way down into the earth. Breathing out, it comes up the back side of the body, up the back arms, and out, up into heaven. Breathing in, it comes down the front side, front arms, front of the body, front of the legs, all the way into the earth. Breathing out, coming out of the earth and coming up the back side. Another one, breathing in from the front. And breathing out, goes up the back side. Now we'll switch. We're going to think about it coming down the back side. As I breathe in, I'm feeling it come along the back of my arms, shoulders, my back, my rear end, down into the earth. And now breathing out as it comes up the front. Breathing in, the back. Breathing out, the front. One more time, breathing in, the back. Breathing out, the front. And then relaxing. Now the spinning, we're going to really use a lot of mental intuition or kavanah. What do you call it? We're gonna really concentrate on what's happening. Weight on one leg, the other toe just touching the surface of the ground, and a spinning. Not the spinning that would lubricate your ankle, but the motion of the spinning is like a straw bringing energy right up out of the earth. It's starting from about a foot or two down. If you're on the third floor, just think that you're on the ground and you're pulling it out of the earth. And it's coming right up the center of the leg, activating and stimulating the bone marrow, which is creating white blood cells. And where does it end up? In the lower dantian. It's filling up this source, this reservoir. And it's all brand new chi that's coming in fresh and cleansed and very strong. And a siphon, a suction, a straw, whatever you can think of that is saying it's coming up through my leg and filling up this reservoir.
Michael? Louis?
Yeah.
Can you move back just a bit? I'd like to see your toe position on the floor. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So it's a very slight motion. I think I can see it. And even though this is just a slight swirl, it's what your mind thinks. And it might be like a fire hose of liquid coming up, of energy coming up, or you can follow one slight molecule of energy and follow it floating up through the bone marrow until it gets to the lower dantian. Now we switch, and the new leg is spinning. But even though the other leg is stationary, in your mind, keep it spinning. So now we have, because we always want that to be spinning. We always want to have this energy to be in a spinning motion, but we're pulling energy out of the one, mixing the two together. So we're creating a human gyroscope. So just like a gyroscope with all these spinning parts is what keeps it stabilized, keeps it from tipping over. And it's a very powerful instrument. A gyroscope will control a huge submarine. Our gyroscope, we just wanted to control our body. Now those two continue to spin, and more importantly, pull that energy that pulled up and is in the center of my body. Now I want to mix it. So slight mixing with the waist. They're spinning to keep the balance, keep the stability. And the center now is starting to spin. And now with one arm, I'll start this one spinning. And with this spinning, I'm going to bring down through the center, the bone marrow of the arm, and meeting up in the lower dantian. I'm using my mind to concentrate and feel. See if I can feel how it's coming down. Is it a funnel? A siphon? A whirlpool? It's sucking it right down from the heavens. I can switch arms. And this new arm is bringing in more chi from activating all the bone marrow coming into the lower dantian. And they're all getting mixed up together. A very powerful exercise because it's putting the whole body into this spinning motion, as well as bringing in the new chi. You can or don't have to, you can change direction of the spinning. And see if you can feel it come right down and mix together. Now as I bring my hands down, everything is spinning in my mind, but now my head makes a slight wobble. There's an acupuncture point right at the top of your head, and that's bringing in also new heaven chi. The heaven chi is for not just spirituality. We've spoken a bit before, is the creativity, the intuition, the love, compassion, and the earth that we brought in first. These are the raw materials, the physics. And then our job is, as the human being, is to mix the two and create. So now I want to feel all this energy that's in the center of my body. I'm going to, again, use the extreme parts of the body and really bring in more energy. So I'm bringing in, as I'm breathing in, it's coming up through my feet to the bottoms of my feet. My palms, my underarms are sucking in earth energy, and it's coming up over my head, and I can push away, creating a space of this is my space where my palms are. You see it's a nice 90-degree angle of my wrists, and that is me. I'm all the way out to that space. I'm going to grab it without touching, but I'm going to feel all of that energy that I had just brought into the body, and it collapses around me. And then I again bring in a little more heaven because my palms are facing up and compacting it, little sinking as I push away and feel it against my hands, kind of compacting this space. Breathe in, palms up, bring elbows way back, and pushing away, slight sinking, compacting all the energy. We'll do it another time. Breathing in, standing up slightly. Breathing out, push away. Now as I relax, keeping the wrists in the 90-degree angle, and then pushing the fingers straight down. So I'm going to try it again. Bringing it up, feeling the difference. I feel the weight against my hands. As I bring my palms up, it's much lighter. Palms facing each other, and then the back of my hands as they push away. Grabbing. Palms up. Push away. Palms up. And push away. And then dropping. Now, one last exercise in terms of a series of which direction can I make. Let me see my timing. Well, we'll do it quickly. I want to try to use my mind to direct all of this new energy that I've brought in, and actually final cleansing. So as I bring my hands together, I'm feeling all the energy that's locked into my body. Breathing in, and just the energy in the body. Breathing out, I'm pushing energy to the extremes of the body. Breathing in, I'm bringing from the extreme to the lower dantian. Breathing out, pushing it, keeping it within the body. Separating the hands, pointing them to the earth. Breathing in, it comes in one arm. Breathing out, it goes out the other. Breathing in, one hand, out the other. Now switch, breathing in the other hand and out the other. Breathing in one hand and out the other. As I bring my hands up, breathing in, come in on your right hand. Breathe out, it goes out the left. Again, breathing in the right and out, feeling it go out the left. And now bring it in the left, out the right. Breathing in the left and out the right. As I bring my hands up, bring in from the heavens, both hands, double barrel. Breathing out, it goes out my feet. In the hands and out the feet. One more time. And out. Hands back down along the sides. Breathing in and out, both hands at the same time. It's just flowing back and forth in the body. Breathing in and out as the energy is just flowing back and forth all at the same time. and then down, hands close together. All the energy is in the body, so bring it in from the extremities to the hands, and then breathing out back to the extremities. I want to bring my hands to my backside and just shine up this armor that I really tried to fill up, massaging the back, and now smoothing down the backside. We're not tapping this time, just smoothing up the inside, pushing, touching the inside of the arms, the back side of the arm, cross the other way, making this armor shiny and solid and smooth. Don't touch your face. You can start with your head, ears, neck. Come around the back one more time, smoothing the whole backside, going in one direction, down the back. See if they have any tingling as you touch different parts of the body. The sensitivity is there. Come up the back. Front side of the arm goes away, back side of the arms comes up. Your neck, skip your face, go to your head. You can do this at home and do massage your face, but first wash your hands, wash your face, and then do the exercise. Then I think it's safer. But right now, just don't want to spread things around. We're on the back, come to the front, back to where we started, feeling this Dante and the elixir, your reservoir of all of this new brought in and cleansed chi of both earth and heaven together. The body is spinning. We're not bringing in new chi with the spinning, but the belt meridian is there to help deflect anything that could try to penetrate. Could be emotions, could be physical, could be bacteria. That is a barrier that is trying to protect us. We've created a barrier around us that's very nice and solid and spacious. We've shined up a metal armor around us, and we've got everything spinning to create the human gyroscope to keep us stable, ready for the rest of the day. Okay, I'm going to